Well, hello there, great people of Jets Nation. Welcome to the Jets Show. I am your host, Show, and as always, this is my co-host, Mr. Italy Jet, and we are here for the pre-game Jets versus Patriots. Hello there, Mr. Italy Jet. How are you feeling on this lovely, lovely Saturday?
Boy, I'm tired. Dude, that music, that 30-second countdown, I thought I was about to fall asleep. That
Wake
was
up,
so
wake
good.
up.
That was so good. I almost fell asleep. Um, I'm doing good, man. I'm just really stressed about tomorrow. I know people got different opinions and takes on it,
Mhm.
but for me, it's against the Patriots. And the Patriots, when they beat us, now they won. It just takes one game to get back on track, and they got back on track. So it's
Mhm.
one of those things for us. It's like, there's just been so much drama all over the place, and there's been so
Yes.
much. What are they going to do on the defense? What are they going to do with Elijah Moore? So it's just, I just want to get back on track. I just want to get things going, and I hope that we can come out with the win. But tomorrow, I am stressed. What about you?
I'm sadly, I'm saying the same thing, dude. I'm not overconfident that we're going to win, man. I love our defense, and I think, being honest, I think we're in the same. New England has a pretty good defense. We have a pretty good defense. New England
Yeah,
special teams is pretty good. Our special teams is pretty good.
yeah,
Also, the offense struggles on both for both teams. So at this point, you really can't say that we're definitely going to come out with the win. As you and I said earlier in our private chat, we were expecting to come out with the first victory against New England, and we didn't. So I'm like you, dude. I'm nervous.
yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
overly. I'm not overly confident about winning against the New England Patriots. And we're playing in Foxborough. It's not a cakewalk, man. Some people are saying, "Oh, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna kick ass, we're gonna blow them out," and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know either,
I would
man.
love to see that. I'm not saying that I don't want to see it, man. I would love to actually see a blowout.
Exactly.
Will it happen? I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know, man. So if you had to say what would be the strong points for us to win, like what will it take for us to come out victorious in Foxborough?
Well, we got to shut down Judon, and we got to shut down whoever's going to be a quarterback, Stevenson. At Stevenson, those are pretty much the weapons. But we also got to stop Belichick. Like, no other coaching staff is like not that great. I mean, it's just Belichick. So I think, and it's one of those things where you're like, this should be easy. This should be a
Mm-hmm.
cakewalk, but it's not like I understand people want to destroy them because of the Patriots, but like at the same time, I am so at this point in our journey with the Patriots, like we're the better team.
We
We
are.
just we just fucking are. Like
We are.
this is ridiculous. Let's finally get that thing over our heads,
Mm-hmm.
turn a corner, and then let's go. Like
Absolutely.
let's just go because every time someone mentions the Patriots, I want to punch something. So it's
I want
just
to punch them.
yeah, I mean, I want Clemens to do that. Remember the Titans thing. Go up to Belichick and point at him and be like, and him get the fear of God in there, and then it's beat his butt. Or I want what Belichick, or I want what Clemens did to Tyrod Taylor in the preseason
Oh,
game,
preseason,
and
yes.
put Belichick's head on top of that. I did that. I put it on Twitter. It was really funny, but that's what I want. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, but like I said, everyone's got different opinions about it. Everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna kick their ass." I'm like, "Yeah, but like, have you seen what they've been doing lately? Like, it just takes one game to
That's
be
it.
to be relevant again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying we can't do that. I'm just saying it's just gonna be tough. It's just gonna be tough.
It is. It is. Like, I think Tom Brady and Belichick combined, you're looking at a Super Bowl caliber team.
Right.
Without Tom Brady, you're still looking at a potentially playoff team. So with that being said, that Belichick system works. It is very, very effective, especially against young quarterbacks. It's
Yes.
rare that a young quarterback dominates or even win versus the Patriots and the Bill Belichick system. I on one hand um feel as though if we lose the game, it'll be because of the same exact reason person, Zach Wilson. If we
Okay.
lose the game, it'll be because Zach struggled. If we do win the game, it'll if we lose the game, it'll be because of Zach's struggles. If we win the game, it'll
Yeah.
be simply because Zach played a very solid game. He doesn't have to blow him out the water, 300 yards plus
Yeah.
uh, 3 passing touchdowns. Just a basic game managing type of a game, sort of like what he did
Right.
with Buffalo Bills. If Zach
Mhm.
can do that, I'm not concerned about our defense. Our defense is, you know, dominant in comparison to their offense. My concern is Mike LaFleur calling the right plays for Zach Wilson and Zach Wilson executing, staying poised
Mhm.
within that offense and the offensive plays that are being called. If he can do that, we have this game hands down, man. And they try to sweep it under the rug, try not to put so much emphasis on this single game tomorrow.
Mhm.
I know we've said it 100 times against the Pittsburgh. Oh, this is a huge game. Against Green Bay. Oh, this is a huge game. This
Mhm.
one, this game tomorrow is the biggest game we've played thus far.
You think
No
so?
one, yeah, no one expected us to beat the Bills. So coming
True.
out, coming out with a loss against the Bills was like, it's the Bills. Like, what do you expect? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So for us to come in and steal that win,
Mhm.
like monumental. But
Mhm.
this win alone can either put us in first, and as
Yeah.
you know, losing it could put us in last. And this is our last time to beat New England this year.
Yeah.
Add on top of that, they dominate us.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, this game single handedly is the biggest one thus far. My opinion. My opinion on
Well,
that.
we also said that about the first game too. We knew we were gonna get another crack at them, but
Right.
now that it's coming, it's like I mean, we're perfect on the road. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to Foxborough. We lost 13 times in Foxborough against them,
Yes. Yes.
so it's tougher than people think. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're the Jets' worst enemy. We're our own worst enemy. So it's going to be one of those things where at the end of everything, what is that going to look like?
Right.
Because we got Miami at our last game of the season, we got the Bills in 2 weeks.
You had the Vikings.
Sorry, 3 weeks. Sorry, 3 weeks. But I think we got the Bears, Vikings, and then Bills. I think I'm pretty sure. But the thing is, like, there's a lot of people that keep saying like this isn't the biggest game of the season, and I'm like I'm kind of indifferent. Like, I think this is the biggest game for Jet fans, but we can afford to lose like 2 or 3 games,
Mm-hmm.
like to reach the playoffs. You know what I mean?
True. True.
But it's one of those things where I think this is strictly just an important game for the fans and for the team because the Patriots have been over our heads for a very long time. We already got rid of that spell with Bills. We already got rid of that spell when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. We need to get that rust off the Patriots to give us full confidence
Yes.
because it's just been so it's honestly, and I was talking about this with my other co-host Liam the other day. I
Mm-hmm.
said, a Jets and Patriots game, it's one of the biggest rivalry in sports. He thinks it's top
Absolutely.
three. He thinks it's top three. I disagree with him. I don't think it's top three. I think it's at least top 10. But I think everybody's rooting for us to win.
I think so too.
Honestly.
I think we have
Honestly.
a lot of supporters this year.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
no way. I mean, fuck, if the Bears can beat their fucking asses, why can't we? Like,
My
it's like
thoughts
this is
exactly.
ridiculous. My
My thoughts
cousins are
exactly,
Bears
bro.
fan. My cousins are Bears fans, and they're like, man, we beat them. What's going on with you guys? And then and then I'm like, hold up, bro. You first off, listen to me. You you barely won. Like you
Pun
got
intended,
lucky.
Bear, barely. I like it.
Bears got lucky. It's like with the Cleveland Browns with the Jets. We got lucky.
Mhm.
Okay. We got lucky. It was a win is a win. We
That's true.
didn't give up. And I'm really happy that give up mentality does it. I
Yes.
love that. But man, you cannot tell me that the Bears, like, they got lucky and the Jets got lucky against the Browns. Like, it's one of those things where luck is a thing. But right now, we need everybody on our side for this game.
Mhm. Mhm.
Everyone. I'm surprised this isn't the game of the week. We always get snubbed in that shit too.
You know, I think they should somehow adjust the schedule, especially if things keep taking the path that it's taken, right? The Jets keep
Mhm.
winning, surprisingly, and the Vikings keep winning, and we do play them. I think we should be either the night game, they should flex it. We should be like the
Yeah.
night game or Monday night game. Like these are two teams, like
Yeah.
arguably,
Like
two of the
no
best
one
teams.
saw coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They had no idea that the Jets were going to beat Buffalo. They had no idea that the Vikings were going to beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo prior to the season starting, and even during the season, was picked to be in the Super Bowl. Some had them winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know, man. I just
I think
this
for
game,
me,
like I said earlier, man, this game is huge. This is a huge game for us. Very, very huge. I think it's going to make a statement either way. Winning, saying we are here. Losing is kind of like we're here, but we're not playoff powerful or playoff really ready yet. If we lose, it's like we can make it to the playoffs, but will we
yeah.
win really or will we dominate? But beating, in my opinion, and beating the Patriots tomorrow is definitely making a statement because at that point
Oh yeah.
you're saying, oh my God, the Jets have only lost one divisional game so
Mhm.
far. You know what I mean? Um, I'm excited. I'm nervous, yet excited at the same time for this game tomorrow. Do-
I'm gonna wear a Decker shirt tomorrow just to keep just to get me some just to give me some feel goods. Like I
Decker,
just I'm gonna wear
the
Eric
old Jets
Decker.
player, the old Jets player.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a Deckard shirt tomorrow,
Why Decker?
just because the last time we won against the Patriots was when Decker had that overtime win. Like
I thought that's where you were going with that.
I'm gonna wear a Decker jersey to bring some luck. Like I am so desperate to win this game. My dad is watching it with me again
Oh
too.
wow, bro!
And well, because we had the history with the Rams when we swear for the Rams when we
Right,
cheated the first time. So
right.
this goes a little bit more deeper. But then my sister's a bandwagon Bills fan, which is really funny. And then overall, it's like if we can beat the Patriots, the Vikings, the Bills, and Miami again, then we are 100% a playoff team. Like if we could beat those four next opponents, but
Mhm.
I mean, you should beat the Lions, you should beat the Bears, you should beat the Jaguars. And what the hell? Why do the Jaguars have more Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football
I asked the same
games than
question.
we do?
I asked the same
And we're
question.
playing them on Thursday night, and I'm like, okay,
I asked the
what?
same question. That's ridiculous, man. Maybe it's because of Trevor Lawrence. He was drafted number one. But then you can argue and say, well, hell, Zach Wilson was drafted number two, right?
Mhm.
There's just, you have just as much importance being drafted number two as number one. Like you're
Yeah.
expected to produce if you're drafted number two in the first round, man. You know what I mean? So I think the first 10 guys. But anyway, so yeah, I agree. I agree, Illy, man. There's no way in hell um that the Jags should have more
Yes.
big
Yes.
light games than the Jets. If they have more, that's fine. But we should have at least one or two under them, maybe. You know what I mean? But I get it. And being honest, the Jags won't be an easy team to beat
Really?
because of their defense. Yeah, that
Okay.
defense is stout, man. That defense
Okay.
is stout. And I think Trevor Lawrence I think Trevor Lawrence is a good number one overall quarterback. If you look at his stats compared to last year, he's improved in every single category.
Okay.
Every single one. Oh, I was intending to call you the other day, bro.
Okay.
When
Tell
the
me about
news
it.
when the news broke out, and I just laughed. So on our last stream, we were on Harrison's channel,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the offensive line. We were going through the guys, et cetera, et
Mm-hmm.
cetera. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, you know who I wish we would have signed or kept? And I said it on the live, bro. I was like, I wish we would have signed and somehow figure out a way to keep LDT. Dude, like 2 days later, I think who was the one that broke the news that I saw? I think it was either in or
Hey,
either
Laura. How you doing, Laura? Thank you.
oh
We're ready. We're ready. We're definitely ready. Appreciate the support.
hola. So yeah, bro, I was like, damn, we really actually went to get him. And as you heard on
Yeah.
Harrison's show, from my standpoint, man, I was a huge fan of LDT.
Me
You
too.
know,
He was one of my favorite offensive linemen,
oh,
and then
dude,
when we got him, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And I wanted him back, but then he wanted to do his doctor
right.
stuff, which is respect to him. But man, he's talented, man. I'd rather have him than Cedric O at this point. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, but then Max Mitchell's coming back, and you can't. I mean, you can't argue what Herbig's done. Herbig has been our probably our second best old linemen on the team. It's Herbig and Mitchell right now.
Nasty Nate.
If you
Nasty Nate.
if you want to add though AVT in there, but he's injured now, so he can't anymore. But as
Right.
of right now, I'm talking about right now, our right side is so good once Mitchell comes back Sunday. But the biggest disappointment is our left side. Orlando Brown is showing his age and he's showing the injury that he
Tomlinson.
that he has. And Leggett Tomlinson's probably been one of the biggest disappointments on this team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it was a Trent Williams thing, with San
Yeah, like we
Francisco.
talked about, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Like maybe it's that, but like overall, like I hope next year he can find a way, or maybe if there's going to be more consistency on that left side, maybe. But man, him and Brown got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like they have got to figure it out because Wilson just can't keep running for his life.
Oh my God, he can't, man. He can't. You know, it's crazy, right? When you think about when you're looking at it from a paper standpoint,
Yeah,
just think about if Mekhi Becton was healthy, dude.
yeah, I know.
You
I
know
think
what I
about that
mean?
all the time. I think about that all the
Oh
time.
my God, bro.
Yeah,
Like this team, like we're good.
yeah,
But a healthy Mekhi Becton with this team,
yeah.
dude, freaking bananas. Freaking bananas.
Well,
We're
it's one
easily a
of the.
playoff team.
Oh well, I don't know about a playoff team,
You
but
sure?
I think, but I mean, Becton hasn't really been healthy. It's like
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
it.
If a big if, big
Okay,
if Mekhi Becton was healthy, right?
like
With
fully
this,
healthy.
yeah, just a health. Let's look at it like this. Let's say Mekhi Becton's rookie year is this year. The way he
Okay.
played in this rookie year is now, this season.
Mm.
Imagine how good this team is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the guy we got from college, because I just don't understand why. Well, I think maybe a lot of people think about this too. Maybe it's not just me, but like when you come from college and you're going on a team and you get more injuries in the NFL than you did in college,
College
it's
is
like
weird.
it's. I mean, maybe it's. I mean, I know a lot of people have been talking about the change in the grass, or
Mm-hmm,
we're changing grass and stuff now,
mm-hmm.
which is good. I'm glad, but
I heard that it wasn't grass. It's still like artificial. I
yeah,
think
it's
Green
gonna.
Bean. I think I saw Green Bean posted. He was like, "It's really not. Excuse my language. Like fucking grass. It's like
Yeah,
still artificial stuff, and like you can paint it." I'm like,
yeah,
what are we doing here, man?
yeah,
But even when you
yeah.
think about like a Mekhi Becton, right?
Hmm.
Even when he was injured last season, week 1 against Carolina,
Hmm.
it was at Carolina. It wasn't at our stadium.
True.
You know what
That's
I
true.
mean?
That's true.
So I mean, I tell everybody when I talk about Mekhi Becton, man, I'm a neutral guy.
Hmm.
No matter if I like a guy or I I'm
Right.
on the fence with him. I have to be neutral. That's to me, that's how you get your honest opinion out. But it's weird, like we were just saying, man. Like the guy in college was never injured, and he comes to the Jets and hasn't played a single full season yet. His rookie year was close to it. He had a dominant rookie year, but still, he missed a few games. I think it was his shoulder, I believe, his rookie year. And we all,
Yes.
yeah, and we all know what happened last year. He missed a complete season, and again this year a complete season. So I'm not banking on Mekhi Becton to be that guy anymore. I would have loved for Mekhi Becton to have been healthy and been that guy that we drafted him to be, but the guy can't stay healthy.
And
Being available is the number one thing in my book.
well, I think overall with him, it just didn't look like he put in the work. Like he just
Especially
didn't.
this season. Yeah,
It's
especially I
just.
agree. Yes.
I mean, I understand you have a baby, but like everybody has a baby. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's popping kids out left and right. It's more like what you're doing with. It's more
You're
like what you.
dedicated.
Yeah, it's got to be the dedication thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the work ethic, and
Yes.
it's just he just didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just doesn't got it right now. Like it's just he's got to really. I mean, for him to be good coming back, he's gonna have to really step up.
Yes.
He's not the starter anymore. Like honestly, I wouldn't even like be shocked if if he's if he's not on the team next year, but
I wouldn't be either.
if he gets cut, like or just really anything, really, because I know they want him back and he's gonna be a good backup, but like
Mm-hmm.
he if he could bounce back and be that good guy, and then maybe we cut Orlando Brown and we have Becton on that left side, maybe. But like, or we go out, we're gonna definitely go get a draft pick. Like we got to get a center or somebody, a center or a right tackle or a left tackle. Like we need somebody.
I'm going to be honest, and I don't want to talk about draft right now, but I've been looking at a few guys.
I do.
I
It's a
have to be
stack.
honest.
It's
I have to be.
stacked, dude. You can't deny it. It's stacked.
We need. I would go left tackle. I'm being honest. My first
Okay.
draft pick. I think at this point, I think we're like number 22, 23 in the draft. If the draft was like right now, I think
Yeah.
the Jets have like the 22nd or 23rd draft pick. I'm going with a left tackle, dude. I'm sorry. If Mekhi Becton works out, then you figure out the rest from there. But I'm not going into the next season thinking of Mekhi Becton as my guy. Do I keep him on the team? Yeah, I keep him on the team.
Yeah.
Just to close out that rookie year, do I sign him to that 5th-year extension or 5th-year extension? Then no, I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Am I drafting a left tackle in the first round? Excuse my language. You damn right I am.
Yes. You can't.
For a
You just.
right-handed quarterback, the most important position on an offensive line is that left tackle. If Zach Wilson or whoever the quarterback will be, and let's pray to the NFL gods that Zach Wilson is the guy,
Let's
right?
hope so,
The
man.
most
I'm with
important
you.
the most important piece that you want on that offensive line, because Zach is right-handed, you need a left hand. I mean, you need a left tackle to protect that blind side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trusting Mekhi Becton, dude. I'm sorry. If he pans out, great. But am I trusting that? Absolutely not.
I'm with you,
Absolutely
dude.
not.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I hope. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be. Tomorrow and next year is going to be very pivotal because we can go out and get some players.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cap's going to be new, but I think what freaks me out about next year is like we have to make a lot of decisions because some of these
Absolutely.
guys are last year on their contracts, and we got to figure out who we're going to cut and who we're going to trade, because even cutting a player is expensive.
Yes.
Like it's going to be very different.
Yes.
It's going to be very different. I hope. I know. I trust JD though. I really do. Like
JD is sharp.
yes, I think
Mhm.
I think it'll be fine, but overall, it's not going to be. It's going to be hard. It's just going to be
is.
hard.
My thing is like, do we bring Mosley back? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I want Mosley to come back.
Okay. Why not?
I actually want Mosley to come back. The guy is a solid guy. You know what I mean? He doesn't. I'm the type of fan or football guy that loves the guy who really doesn't say a whole lot. He just fucking balls out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And Mosley is like the face of that kind of guy to me. And
True.
on top of that, he showed his loyalty by even reconstructing his contract. He didn't have to do that this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And JD, of course, did create room. So if we don't want him or need him next year,
Right.
then we can release him. But hypothetically speaking, we do release Mosley. I think Sherwood is going to be a fucking stud, bro.
Really? You think Sherwood's going to be a stud?
Mm-hmm. I think Sherwood is going to be a stud. Look
Why
how
do
the
you
guy.
think?
Look how
Why
he
do you
came.
think he's going to be a stud? What do you think?
Look
about
how he
that?
came. Just because how he looks on special teams this year.
Okay.
Just because how Robert Saleh and Ulbrich trust him. They gave him the dot on his helmet. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
even how he looked when Mosley went. What game was that? That was it wasn't. It was the Patriots game? Well, Mosley went down
Which
for a
one?
couple. When Mosley went down for a couple plays, it was the Patriots game, right? I think
With
so.
Sherwood?
Yeah, when Sherwood came in, CJ Mosley went
I
down.
thought.
I think. Now it could have been. I don't
Yeah, it
hold me
was a
to it.
Patriots game. It was a
Okay, that's what
Patriots
I
game.
thought.
Yeah.
But when you take when Mosley was injured for that short amount of time, they implemented Sherwood into the defense or on the field, and the guy was lights out. Almost every play that was made while he was on the field, he actually made the tackle or he was in the area to make the tackle. I think, being honest, I think Robert Saleh and Ulbrich have been slowly cooking him to take CJ Mosley's place. I think they're saying,
I think so too.
yeah, I think
I
they've
really
been
do think
saying,
that,
don't
yeah.
rush it. I think they've been saying, just learn the playbook, learn our scheme, get healthy, learn how to, make that transition from college to the NFL linebacker. And once you're ready, around the time CJ Mosley contract is up, we'll implement you in. You won't miss a beat. And he's young. And he is absolutely young. This Jets team is going to be scary for the next couple of years, Illy. My opinion.
Well, I kind of I want them to draft a safety, and I want them to keep Parks, keep Tony Adams, and they could do whatever they want with Ashton Davis. Like, they can cut him, but like,
let him go.
But
Let him go. Keep Joyner, but keep Joyner as a backup. Like, what kind of that's a solid backup. I know he's older.
I like Parks more. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No. I want Parks too. I like Parks and I like Tony Adams. But look how Joyner is playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he's starting this year. So imagine a starter of his of his qualities coming off the bench for us next year behind a young safety. So I agree with you 100%. We definitely should draft a safety, bro. Definitely.
Well, do you think like overall in the draft, who do you think we should get in the draft? We'll start like position wise.
First round, I'm going tackle, left tackle, man.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. First round, I'm going left tackle. Second round, I'm going safety.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
And then
you can get
would you get a center? Would you get a center?
I would, but I would probably take a center you can get a solid future center in the third and fourth round. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Or free agency. I want one of these guys getting free agency, honestly.
Yeah. Or hell, Jesse Bates at safety next year because
how would that be great?
Oh my god! And look, dude, like guys are gonna want to fly to us next year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree.
They're seeing it now. Like these Jets are balling out, and it's not like the old days where you had to buy the players, just to come to the Jets. Now guys actually want to come here, right? Yeah. Now you have guys that actually want to come here. Now you're taking that and adding on. This is a winning franchise at this point, so guys are gonna say, man, like, hey, Saleh is a player friendly coach. He makes sure his guys are well taken care of financially, physically, whatever the case is. I want to play for this guy. And if we can somehow get a Jesse Bates, dude, this defense is crazy.
Oh, I
This
know.
defense is absolutely crazy. So at this point, now you don't take a safety in the second round. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you just focus on the old lineman. Yeah,
You focus on that O line, man.
that's what I think
We have the
too.
running backs, and maybe you sneak in a wide receiver somewhere, a big
Well,
body though.
it's like, what would you do with that? It's like you have so many, dude. That's gonna be the most complicated position. Is gonna be the wide receiver position next year, and
Yeah,
tight end,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you don't. It's overall. It's like, what are you gonna do with either of those positions?
Right. And I'm thinking maybe fourth, maybe third or fourth round, take a quarterback. We got Mike White. We have Flacco, who's probably going to retire after this season. I think he is. And we got Strebler. Um, Someone will probably pick one of those two guys up next year, Strebler, either Mike White. And I think we need to bring a young guy in this year's draft because there are a lot of quarterbacks this year. Um, Pick one of the guys up, just have him as a young stud. You're coaching them, bringing them into your system, and if Zach goes down, then the next guy's up. Whether we keep Strebler or Mike White, I would say Strebler. He's kind of limited, but he's explosive,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. And in my opinion, that's what you want. You want explosive players on your team. Mike White is not so much explosive, but he's more conservative. Like he'll eat you up for 5, 10, 15 yards, all day long. But looking for those big runs from Mike White, it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna roll out the pocket and run for 20, 30 plus yards. Looking for him to do what Zach does or what Strebler can do, roll out the pocket and hit Corey Davis or anybody like that, like 30, 40, 50 yards downfield. That's not Mike White. So I would say, you know, I think they had like a clause on Mike White this year. So like if anybody picked him up, they had him for like a year. So I think after this year, he's basically a free agent. I think they should let him go to another team, keep Strebler, and then just draft another guy. My opinion. Third, fourth round, maybe even fifth round quarterback. Looking at this staff, man, these guys they work pretty well with doing their scouting.
and Zach needs that competition because
Yes,
if he's going to continue
yes.
to go, I mean, shoot, Strebler and Mike White could definitely go after his job, but it's one of those things where we got to keep it. We got to keep it like we got in
Competitive.
case he goes down because there's a second knee injury in a row. You don't fuck with that. One more knee injury, you could be
He could be
like
out.
retiring. You know what I mean? But I know people are like, "Oh, you can come back from all kinds of knee injuries." Like, yeah, but this is your life. Like there's a world outside of football. Like,
Right.
it's
Right.
gonna be interesting.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That was one of my concerns with Zach. Even though he really wasn't injury prone in college.
He got like
it-
one injury, like one big
right.
injury. Yeah,
Right. It was
yeah,
just when you saw him, when we drafted him, he
right.
looked like a small guy. He just
Yeah,
did. And I'm not knocking it. Drew Brees, Russell Wilson is a small guy. But they didn't
right.
look in height. But when you look at Drew Brees or you look at Russell Wilson, they had like the mass. They would, like they had the size on them, but they just were not that tall. But Zach Wilson just looked a little frail, and we all know, man, in the NFL guys will break you, mentally and physically. So I love what he did, or what the Jets did to him, or collectively what they all did together. He beefed up a little bit in the summertime, or gained a little bit more muscle mass.
Yeah.
Zach is very athletic. You know my thoughts. I've said it a million times here on my channel, yours. Um, I'm not the biggest Zach guy,
Yeah,
but I'm not
same
the
here.
biggest.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not the
but I'm not
biggest.
gonna make like my judgment at the end. I'm gonna make my judgment at the
Right.
end of this season.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting on the end of the season.
and it's like one of those things where it's one for me is I always give guys 2 or 3 years, especially if you have
Absolutely.
injuries too. Because
Absolutely.
Allen wasn't good until his third year, Wilson wasn't good until his second
Mm-hmm.
year, and Russell Wilson, and then you have all the Manning guys. Peyton Manning wasn't good till his third year. Eli Manning wasn't good till his third year. It's some of
Yes.
these, and so is Breeze and Rivers. Like some of these guys just take a long time, just like Mahomes. He didn't play his first year, and then he plays second year. So
Right.
it's just interesting.
And then I remember I remember like yesterday, man. I was watching the NFL kickoff years ago when Russell Wilson, RG3, and Andrew Luck. They were all rookies. They came out of the same class.
So you said Luck, Griffin, and who else?
Griffin, Luck, and Russell Wilson. They all came out, and the hype was more or less around RG3. Given we all know how raw and the speed and the whole 9 yards. So I watched all of them play. I did, man. That first week, Russell Wilson just stood out. Yeah, of course, RG3 was electric his rookie year, man.
I mean, dude, they all were. I mean, all three of them were so good.
They were.
I mean, RG3. I remember watching RG3 a lot, and man, if he didn't have that knee injury in the playoffs,
yeah,
they were the Cinderella story that year.
Yeah, they were. Bro.
And then Luck. I mean, if the motherfucking Colts just went out and got a better O-line and didn't get Luck like so injury prone, so they got this curse overneath their head. Like they even brought in fucking Wentz and Matt Ryan over here. They couldn't even do anything with Jacoby Brissett. They couldn't do anything with Rivers.
Yeah,
it's like, dude. And then Luck was like, when they finally got him in O-line, it's like, I'm done.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here, man. Dude,
what's up, Mr. B?
I watched that. I watched that documentary about that, and I was like, damn, he literally just walked out. Like he literally just was like, screw it. Everyone is gonna be. It's like that Babe Ruth moment. Like you finally have your guy, but your O-line just sucks. Right?
Sucks.
Damn. I feel sorry for them, but then again, I don't, because they have had Peyton Manning, for God's sake.
Yes.
So it's like I'm like, get out of here, but still. Luck would have been Luck would have been that guy. He would have been top 3.
Absolutely.
And RG3.
Absolutely.
From the hype going on it and the team that they surrounded him with, it was electric.
Yeah. And I remember who was not to derail too much from our topic, but who was the cornerback that walked out at halftime for the Colts? It was the big cornerback. He just at halftime he's like, I don't want to do this no more. He just left the game. God, what is his name?
Corner?
Yeah, it was a cornerback. Star cornerback in the league.
Wait. Like corner or quarter?
Yeah. Corner. DB. Defensive back. Cornerback. Oh, I can see his face, man. Dark-skinned guy. I can see his face, man. Like, God, I can see his face. I just can't think of his name.
I'm gonna look that up. Cool.
I'm looking it up right now. I have to know, man. It's crazy, man, because I was watching the game and I was like, what the? At halftime, bro, he was like, I'm done. I was like, this is crazy. He was like one of the top guys in the league, man.
Vontae Davis?
Yes.
Is that him?
I think it was. Vontae Davis. I'm about 80% sure it was him. Hold on.
Yeah, Vontae Davis leaves Buffalo Bills game at halftime and retires. Yeah.
At halftime, bro. I was watching the game, dude, and I'm like, what the just happened? Like he literally just like you saw him with his equipment on, almost like Antonio Brown. It was like that, but of course it wasn't as dramatic as Antonio Brown.
That shit was funny as hell. How you doing, Brandon? Dude. But that shit was funny as hell. I was like, shit. Of course they would do it at the Jets game. Of course it would be happening at Jets game. It's like that, dude. It's like that fucking shit. Last week, the week before, with that that camera in the middle of the field, like that would happen to us. That would break. That would happen to us. Why is it that every team can go through anything? And we have to go through like drama on Twitter, drama with Elijah Moore, and then figuring out the O-line, and then figuring out
cutting the cable.
Yeah, dude. I mean, did you see Salah's
I was about to ask you that. The sideline.
Salah on the sidelines, like this would happen to us. Like this would happen.
Right.
And then Barrios is just like, hey, it's inevitable. Like this is how we continue to write the story. And Salah's just like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Oh my God, bro. It was crazy. Like, you know what's funny? I literally just saw that like an hour before we went live. Like, I didn't know that was out. Yeah, I didn't know, bro. I had no idea. It was like, oh my God, they leaked the video out. I mean, with the audio.
Dude, it was so funny the way that happened too.
Yeah, that was crazy. When I was watching the game, I was like, why is it taking so long? And then it came out. Well, the sky cam is blah, 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 blah. I looked at Brandon. He can, if he's still on the live, he'll contest. I was like, dude, this only happens to us, bro. Like, I've been a Jets fan. I've been a football fanatic for my entire life, and I've never seen this before.
Right.
Freaking bananas. Only happens to us. And when I saw Robert Saleh say that today, I was like, he's definitely a Jets fan. He's that hard, dude. Like, you can't say that and not be a Jets fan. This only happens to us. Like, he sounded like the typical Jets fan.
Well, I mean, he's been in it for the last 2 years, so he's got an idea.
He's buried. Yeah, he's buried. So what do you think? Speaking of that, do you feel like we should keep Saleh and Joe Douglas, let's say, for the next 4 years? What do you think?
My problem was never with Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never had a problem with Saleh. There's only a few things that I didn't like about him. The way he handled certain injuries, the way he handled certain press conferences. But hey, Dark Soldier, my man, how you doing? Hey, you got a new picture.
Dark Soldier.
You got a new
he
picture.
Does. The other one.
It's not Spider-Man anymore, right? Wasn't it Spider-Man?
Right. Spider-Man, yeah. Dark Soldier. What's up, brother?
Yeah, he's got a new picture.
So you said your issue was never Robert Saleh?
No, well, here's the thing about Robert Saleh. There's a few things I didn't like about him, but overall, I definitely think he's the guy. Like, I got tired of Spidey. Oh, Brandon Leon sent you a video. What did he send you?
Show the video I made and sent to you. Which video, B? Oh, the one you sent me earlier today.
Okay.
I don't know if I can show that on here.
I don't think
it's like it's like Jets porno. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not.
Oh my God, dude.
My wife is gonna keep me like, why did you say that?
Yeah. Is she watching this right now? Is Brandon Leon your son or no? Or is he just a random?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not random. He's my son. That's my guy. It's my big guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's 15. He's almost.
I see him on my stream sometimes.
I
see him on my stream sometimes.
Yeah.
He watches my stuff a lot.
Yeah, he does.
But no,
Dark Soldier said he got tired of Spidey. Tired of Spidey. Dark Soldier.
I would too. Especially when they keep changing everything up. It's like, just stick to one damn thing. So, but for me, when it comes to Saleh, there's a few things that I was annoyed with, but overall, I still thought he was the guy. Like, the certain handles with situations with injuries, press conferences, but overall, I still did like him. Like, I still think he's the guy. Joe Douglas is a fucking genius. Sign him to another 10-year deal.
He is.
Seriously.
Man. God.
Seriously. The way he came in and reconstructed our cap, the way he's gotten players, go up to get players, and he gets draft picks for dudes that aren't even good. Like, it's just so dumb to me. Like, how could you do that? I feel like I'm in Madden. I feel like he's in Madden. Like, I feel like Joe Douglas is
getting over him, guys,
and it's just transferred into the real world. So
right?
I don't know.
It's really crazy. Fun. Like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I mentioned on Harrison's channel on what was it, Monday we did it, and
that was Monday. Yeah.
I was like, man, like I wish we could have brought LDT back, right? And And like we were saying, like a couple of days later, like newsflash, we're bringing LDT, and I'm like, oh, it's crazy. Right. But the thing is, we traded a tight end, Daniel Brown, to the Chiefs for LDT.
That's true.
I think like 2 or 3 weeks later, the Chiefs cut Daniel Brown and we re-signed him. So ultimately, we acquired LDT for nothing. It was like Like the Chiefs literally said, "Hey, Jets, I like you guys. Here's LDT." You know what I mean?
Dude,
I'm like, this Joe Douglas guy is a freaking genius, man. You know, we trade for Blake Cashman. The guy's literally a walking bag of glass, bro. You know, and we got a pick for him. Like who gets a draft pick for Blake Cashman? The guy hasn't proven anything.
And Herndon
in
too.
the NFL.
Like, how the hell did we pull that off? Herndon.
Right.
For the Vikings. Like, it's just like,
right.
I don't even know.
Freaking crazy,
By
man.
far, yeah. Dark Soldier, yeah, he's the best. Oh no, I hands down agree with that. I think people would say maybe Tannenbaum, but Tannenbaum made some bonehead
he did.
He made some bonehead moves, in my opinion. But I still think I still give him credit for what the team he brought in and everything. But overall, I don't know. What do you think? I have a question for you. What do you think about the defense and special teams? What do we got to do against the Patriots with them?
At this point,
I'm
going to be honest with you. Stop running zone so much. Run man. We know that Reed can cover in man. We know that Sauce can cover in man. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't have the players to beat us. I'm not threatened by anyone on their offensive side.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I would say, of course, put in a few zones here and there to switch it up. You know, you always want to keep, you know, the opposing team on their toes. You just want to come out and man, like with a zero blitz or cover 2 or robber 1 or whatever the case is. But you want to mix in those zones. But I would say instead of being so zone heavy tomorrow, switch it 60-40. The 60 is man now instead of 60-40 being zone being the 60. You know what I mean? There's no one on that offensive team that Reed and Sauce can't cover man to man. I'm not afraid of Parker. I'm not afraid of Myers, et cetera, et cetera. With that being said, when you play man, you can control the run more. Mm-hmm. So instead of putting 8 in the box, now you may have, let's say we run a 4-down lineman. So, you know, you're running 4-3 or you're running some kind of nickel package, you know, whether it's a heavy nickel, big nickel, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But I think, my opinion, how I would do it is I would run more man against New England. Sort of what New England does. New England is a man-based team.
I agree with you.
And I feel like if they run man, and especially now that we're implementing Elijah Moore in the slot, what man do they have that's going to cover Elijah Moore? You know,
he's been getting open a lot, and that chemistry with Wilson is just undeniable. And Mims, in the end of the games, he's been good.
Yeah,
our running game is still solid, even without him.
Yes,
like James Robinson fit in really well.
Really well. And now James Robinson has 3 weeks under his belt to learn the scheme, to learn the playbook, to build chemistry with the guys. He didn't have that because when we signed him, it was within a week when we played New England. You know what I mean? And we ran the ball like 14 times that game. Mm-hmm. And I get it. They didn't want to injure Michael Carter. I in my mind, I'm saying like they don't want to put too much on Michael Carter. You mess around and, you know, you screw around and injure Michael Carter. You have a Robinson who you just signed that don't know the system. You have a Johnson and you have a Bam Knight as your guys. So, you know, at this point, let's put a little more pressure on the passing game so we won't have Michael Carter get injured. So in a sense, I get why they didn't run as much. But I can tell you this, coming tomorrow, they are going to run the ball down New England's throat.
Okay, so what do you think with the coaching staff? Everyone on the coaching staff, the 4 major positions, what do they have to do to win?
Coaching staff. So defensive coordinator, I just touched on it. I say run more man coverage than zone. Of course, implement your zones periodically. You know, just kind of switch it up. Show a cover 2, but do your cover 2 man under, and then do your cover 2 zone. So you kind of, you know, Mac Jones is still young, so you know it with that forefront that we have, they should get pressure there, and it should kind of confuse him on what the looks are. That's defensive. Offensive, run the ball, play exactly how you played against Buffalo. I think that's the same exact formula you need to beat New England tomorrow. Um,
Got to.
yeah. Special teams. Far as the guys, Zerline and Brayton Man.
Don't do stupid shit. Okay, Brandon, man. Listen, man. I know you're trying to do some soccer shit, man, and I'm cool with that because I'm a soccer guy. But, dude, don't you slip.
Keep it simple.
Dude. God, keep it simple. Zerline don't miss. That's all.
Yes. Zerline, Legatron, Greg the Leg. You are notorious for making 59 yarders, 60 yarders, 56 yarders. That's fine. That's good. That's game winning for us.
Right.
We just need you to game manage like Zach. Make your 34 yarders, make your 41 yarders, make the ones that you're supposed to make. If you do that, along with Brayton Man, pin the ball, in great spots. Don't do the bosh kicks, bar special teams from that aspect. Do that. And also, I need Hardy to do what he always does.
Yeah.
And just dominate. Just dominate, man.
All he's got to do, man. He just got to step up in that area, man.
Right. Just dominate.
He doesn't have to step up. I'm sorry. He kind of does. He hasn't been really active well in the last couple games.
He had that one big penalty.
Yeah, and that kind of got to
New
him.
England.
Yeah, that got to him. I think so. Yeah.
Just. But like I tell people all the time with him, he's not a guy that really commits a lot of penalties.
He's not at all.
So he's due for a few here and there. So I'm not gonna bury him for that. But for the fourth coach, say the best for last, Robert Saleh.
LaFleur, yeah.
Oh,
LaFleur and Saleh, yeah.
LaFleur. So LaFleur, keep it simple. Keep it simple, man. Don't, if it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, don't go to shotgun and then run the ball. If you want to run the ball, man, just get under the fucking center and run the ball. Be that real run the ball down your throat team, organization, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I want to see from him. I'm really not displeased with the coaches thus far.
Yeah.
So far as Robert Saleh, what I need Robert Saleh to do, be a head coach, man. If you see guys are down for whatever reason, if we're not dominating the way that we all know we should dominate, find a way to be that energy that we all know you can be. The guy that's fired up, the guy that know how to, to bring the players in and the guys believe in him, the guys believe in his system, be that guy tomorrow. If all 4 of those things that I just discussed happens tomorrow, we come out with the win. Matter of fact, we come out with a blowout. If all 4 of those things happen, we come out with a blowout. And I'm going to brag if they go man-to-man coverage heavy come tomorrow.
I'm going to make another video.
Uh-oh.
I'll make another video where I go crazy. Did you see that video? Did you see that video?
I saw it, dude. You went viral.
Dude, I did go viral. I did go viral, dude. Yeah, I did. I mean, it was a great feeling.
Right.
It was a great feeling.
But naturally so, though, right? I mean, I'm a diehard Jets fan. You are too, and everybody else is watching this, and so many others around the world. But nobody expected us, including me, to beat the Buffalo Bills. When we lost to the Pats, I was like, well, we're gonna go into the bye season with two losses in a row, man. This is not good, right? Not good. I'm being honest. Yeah, I was like, we're not winning against Buffalo, man. It's like no way in hell, and it's like we beat them, and now Buffalo is like.
But then I was thinking to myself, like, why not us? Because they have injury issues, and their O-line sucks. Bills O-line, I'm putting this out there. Their O-line just is not that great than in recent years. Like you can expose them. It's just Allen is just too good at scrambling. He's a huge ass body. Like, but they got the weapons. It's just that's just what it is.
So
here's their injuries. They had a lot of injuries.
Here's what I said to Mr. Brandon Leon personally. I said if Reed and Sauce can shut down Diggs and Davis, we win the game. Because there were statistics that came out, and it was like whenever one of the receivers, especially Diggs, is under 100 yards, the Bills lose. I was like, wow. Mm-hmm. And they lost, and Diggs was under 100 yards, and so was Davis. I was like, wow, dude. It's amazing what stats can do, right? Stats don't tell the complete story, but they do give you a window. You know what I mean? Something to look at, like a reference. You know what I mean? And that was the case. And I'm not sure what the stats were. This is interesting. I'm gonna look it up tonight. I'm not sure what the stats were versus the Vikings. Did Diggs have a big game against the Vikings? If you recall,
I mean, he had a good game, but I don't think he had a big game. He had a good game.
Do you think it was over 100 yards? I'm not sure. I watched the game, but I didn't watch it like I watched the Jets versus Bills.
Yeah, no, I think he did.
I watched it just to make sure that they lost.
I think he did, but don't like quote me on that. But that's just he said no. So yeah, no. But so Brandon said it was decent. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was just like medium for me.
Right. So Dark Soldier says we are the better team. I agree. Younger and more heart. Oh, absolutely, I agree. I agree with that 100%, Dark Soldier. We can change the tide. We can change this story that has been written in stone for so many years about Patriots versus Jets. This is the time. If like the classic saying, if not now, then when? And I think now is the perfect time for us to start to take over our division. We proved it by beating the big bad Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets. I had a lot of teams picked for us to win. Buffalo was not one of them.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I said earlier, man, I'm a diehard Jets fan.
I thought we were here's what I was thinking. I thought we were gonna beat them. I thought we were going to beat Miami and the Patriots and the Bills once each. Like we would lose 3 times, then win 3 times. But I said to everybody, I thought it was going to be at the end of the season. I didn't think it was going to be in the beginning of the season because I thought we would be a better team at the end. You know what I mean?
Right. So Dark Soldier chimes in and he tells us the stats. And I'm assuming this is Diggs. 12 catches. That looks more. That looks more.
128 yards.
Than Davis.
0 TDs. Yeah, 12 catches, 128 yards, 0 TDs. I take that back. Okay, never mind. 12 catches, no TDs. And then Gabe Davis had 6.
6 receptions.
And then 93 yards.
93 yards. Gabe Davis. Yeah. Now, but
Knox hasn't been existent though.
Oh, yeah, he's been a no-show. But my question with Davis and Diggs now is how many of those yards came in overtime? Because they played, you know what I mean? They went to overtime. I can't remember exactly the details of the game. I was just so excited that the Buffalo Bills lost. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was so exciting to me. It was like a Jets win again, all over again. I'm like, the Jets keep kicking ass, and we're on a bye week, man.
Facts.
Right.
All effects in the world.
Quick question, Italy.
Okay.
Now, you know one of my favorite guys on this team, and I have to ask you about him for tomorrow. Your predictions for one of my favorites, Mr. Denzel Mims.
Okay.
What are your predictions? Any predictions, if you have any at all?
Cut him.
I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi was acting up again. What did you say?
Cut him.
Did you say anything, Italy?
Dude. I'm gonna kick your ass. I was just going for the dramatic pause. And I'm just kidding. No, Mims has really been good. I've always been a Mims guy. I love what he did at Baylor and everything, but like, I think he's gonna have a big game in the second half. Not the first and second quarter. He's not.
Okay, I can see that.
But in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, because that seems like where he shines more is in the fourth quarter. But I think he'll get 3 catches for 75 yards. I think
that's a big game for Mims, though. For Mims,
but like their defense is not that great, so it's like, I mean, I think that's doable, especially in the second half. You know what I mean? In the second half, you could do that. 3 catches. I mean,
that defense is good,
but they're good. No, they're good, but they're not like.
They're not great. They're not. Yeah, I think our defense is dominant. I think we can dominate. I think the Jets. I think the Patriots. Bill Belichick, being more specific, I think Bill Belichick knows how to apply pressure to young quarterbacks. You know what I mean? I think when he has that situation and he digs into it, he understands that most young quarterbacks don't know how to read, do the check downs. They don't know how to make the progression reads, et cetera, et cetera. So that makes their defense stand out a lot more. But my opinion, if you were to play the Kansas City Chiefs, I know it's probably the highest rated offense, but if you play the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New England Patriots defense as of today, they would get blown out. Chiefs would blow them out. They would literally pick that defense apart. My opinion.
That's a hot take.
Look what Dark Soldier, man. Dark Soldier, you are a real MVP, man. Dude, I love you, man. Diggs had 2 catches for 14 yards in overtime. So that myth, well, I wouldn't necessarily say a myth, but the 100-yard thing and them losing is not 100% accurate, because he had 128, right? He had 14 in overtime, so that's what, 124, 114 between quarters 1 and 4, over 100 yards. They still lost and win, but the thing was, every time he's 100 yards and under, they lose. But they was freaking right there at it. All right, man, good deal. Dark Soldier, man, the true MVP of tonight. My goodness, man. 10, 121 in regulation. Right. All right.
So to close this out, what do you think? What's your prediction for the score tomorrow?
My prediction for tomorrow is bold. You ready for it? Drum roll.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
It's bold.
Hold on.
My prediction for tomorrow: the New England Patriots will only score 10 points.
Everyone keeps saying that. Yeah, 10
really?
points. Yeah, everyone keeps saying 10 or 17.
Wow, yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah, I just don't see them moving the ball on us tomorrow. Nope, I don't see them moving the ball at all tomorrow. So I'm gonna give the New England Patriots 10, and I'm going to give our beloved Jets 24. And I think that's the game.
I'm going to go with a little bit of a shocker here, and people have been saying that I'm crazy about it, but they also understand the reasoning. For me, I think it's going to be 20-20. Then going into overtime, and either we're going to win by a touchdown or we're going to win by a field goal, because we're going into Foxborough. We haven't won in Foxborough in the last 13 times we've been there. I just got overly confident the first game against the Patriots, and I'm trying not to do that again. I got overly confident, and I was so stuck on it. And I'm at this point right now where I'm like, I just can't handle it. Like I can't. I just feel like something's gonna happen. Like Dark Soldier said, my heart couldn't handle OT. My heart can't handle anything to do with this Jets team. But I'm still here. So It's one of those things where something's gonna happen. I just have this gut freaking feeling. Knocking on wood, I hope it doesn't. But like, I think it's gonna be 2020 going into overtime, and we're gonna win somehow. It's gonna spark us, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. I really do. Like, I'm putting this out there. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but then I have another prediction. If it looks like it's not gonna go there, if it looks like it's not gonna go there, then my backup one is we're gonna win 25-10.
25-10. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
Dark
are my
Soldier.
two score predictions.
Dark Soldier prediction is 24-17. Once again, our beloved Jets.
Yeah.
So far,
it's hard. Look at it. It's
are
hard.
we being biased because it's the Jets channel? Are we all picking Jets because of that? Like, nobody's picking New England in here.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I agree, Dark Soldier, man. My heart can't take it. My heart could not and cannot take an overtime game with the Jets and the New England Patriots. So, Italy, let me ask you this, dude. You said 20-20, and it will go to overtime, according to my co-host, Mr. Italy Jet.
Yeah.
Do you really see New England moving the ball on this defense that well?
It's going to be with their running game, and it's going to be field goals. That's what I think. Field goals. I mean, anyone can get a field goal, but it's in cold weather. So it's going to be one of those things. And for me, their running game is going to give them the points. And I think one of the wide receivers is going to get a touchdown because
is it on Sauce or is it on Reed?
Well, it depends on who he's covering. It depends on who he's covering. I think it's going to be I think Jacoby Myers is going to get in there. I think Stevenson is going to get in there. It's going to be one of those guys. Because Myers seems like he has good games and he has bad games. But when Myers shows up, he shows up. So it's right. And Stevenson, he's just their best weapon, but we can shut him down. We really can. But he's their best weapon.
Mr. Brandon Leon says 24-17. Pets, sadly.
Okay.
Ooh, but let me say this. I have to let the great people of this world know that Brandon Leon is a heavy, heavy believer in the coin. And the coin.
God.
Yeah.
Oh no, Brandon! Come on, man!
And
I don't believe any of that shit. I don't believe any of that crap.
In Brandon's defense, the coin has not been wrong. The coin has not been wrong, man.
But it will.
You think it's wrong? If it's going to be wrong, it has to be tomorrow, right?
No, or next week. Or the week after that.
Or next week,
the week after that, the week after that.
Oh my God, man! I love it. Well, guys, thank you. Thank everybody for tuning in. As always, with Italy Jet, man, we do our pregame show on Saturdays. We kick it off at 7. I appreciate everybody that tuned in with us tonight.
Yes,
hopefully
sir.
you guys keep coming back. We make this thing a religious type thing.
Yes, we are. Every year now. Every year now.
Every year. But man, I appreciate everything. You guys are great. I think the Jets fans are probably the loyal.
Thank you, Dark Soldier. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Dark Soldier. We're probably like the loyalest fans in the NFL. I mean, to have a fan base this huge with the amount of L's that we've accumulated throughout these seasons, and for us to still be here and be diehard fans the way that we are, man. Like, I'm just grateful. I'm thankful to see so many great fans. Thankful to see so many great YouTube content creators. Being honest, I think the Jets probably have more YouTube content creators than any other football team I've seen.
Yeah, it seems like it. This seems like it.
I don't even think I tried to find a Atlanta Falcons.
There's no one
channel.
There's no one.
I didn't see one. I didn't see one, bro. Not one. So just with that being said, it lets me know this fan base is absolutely bananas. How could you have such a crazy fan base and we haven't won anything in years? But I'm one of them, so I'm a part of the crazy bunch too. And I welcome it with open arms. I love you guys, man. Thanks for tuning in. And before we leave, Mr. Italy, tell the great people of this world where they can find you at and support you.
Follow Italy Jet and everything MYJ on all social media platforms. I have a Italy Jet post game show on everything MYJ tomorrow, where I have it with Harrison Glazer and the Jet Show. Tune in for that. Like it up, share it, comment, follow. It's gonna be awesome. If we win or lose, we'll be there.
Absolutely. My man. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you guys, of course, can follow me here on YouTube. Chime in anytime. If I post a video, comment down below. I always respond. Whether it's something I agree with or disagree with. I'm just a neutral type guy. I love everybody, man. So if you guys want, man, you can follow me here. I would love it. It helps the channel to grow. And I'm almost at my first 100 subscribers, man. When we get there, I have a huge giveaway. So let's get us there. Like, comment, subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter. Hopefully, Twitter doesn't die out. I don't want it to because I'm really enjoying this Twitter thing. I also have an account on TikTok, and I also have one on Instagram. I'm not that active there, but I still have one. So if you guys want to reach out to me there, please do. If not, it's all good. I still love you anyway. Just as long as you and I are on the same page, far as supporting our beloved Jets. As always, go Jets. This is the Jet Show, and I am your host, Show, and I will see you guys mañana on his channel tomorrow. Forget about it.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.